season 41 coming to a close tonight. It's our season 41 Super Bowl. We are crowning the 41st champion of the Madden Bomber League tonight. It is going to be a phenomenal night of action. Before we get there, though, we've got our NBL Live pregame show brought to you each and every week by our streetwear sponsor, our official merchandise of the Madden Bomber League. It is Came From Nothing clothing, and right there you can see the brand new Legacy line of clothing. Don't miss out on that stuff. Seriously, it is top notch. There's a wide array of colors. We absolutely love it. We've all got it. It just keeps coming in. Every week we see people posting on Twitter, I got my Legacy merch. I got my Legacy merch. Make sure you get yours. And while you're there, you might as well get the Witness Greatness hat or any of those wonderful track jackets and sweatshirts. It's fall. We're getting towards winter. You're going to need some warm clothing. So head over to cfnclothing.com or 365.maddenbomberleague.com and click on merchandise. Appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with us. It is the Season 41 Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs, champions of the AFC. They are taking on the Carolina Panthers, champions of the NFC. I am Nick Mazesco, your NBL Network Director. Joining me as always, it is the commissioner of the NBL, Bomber. It's kind of nice. We got some different teams, and who would have thought we'd be reaching a point in the NBL where saying that Lip was in a Super Bowl was finding a different team in the Super Bowl, but it's been an AFC that's been dominated by the New England Patriots the last couple of seasons, even going back to last cycle. Lip able to exercise some demons and get into the championship game, taking on JB, a guy we haven't seen in a Super Bowl. Both guys looking to kick off what is the early part of the season 41, early part of the Madden 20 cycle with a season 41 championship.
Yeah, this is the second team from the NFC South to get into a Super Bowl this cycle. You had the Atlanta Falcons. They tried and failed against the New England Patriots. And hopefully tonight it's much of the same. The Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC South Carolina Panthers. So a Super Bowl that's kind of been on a run here for the AFC. The NFC is trying to get a win today with Carolina. It should be a great showing, as you said, man. Two owners that haven't been in the Super Bowl. One hasn't been in the Super Bowl before. I don't think Lip's been since season 25, maybe something like that. I could be a little off with the numbers. I think season 25 was his last Super Bowl appearance. Was it 28 maybe?
28. I think it was, yeah.
It was 28. Okay,
yeah.
So, yeah, season 28. So, man, it's been a long time coming, over 10 seasons, but he's back, baby. He's back, Kansas City Chiefs, and I hope he gets it done tonight. I'll have my predictions here in the chat in just a little bit.
All right, big shout out in the chat to a couple subs. Serp with 20 months of Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it, Serp. As well as Nemo with 21 months. Before we get to our players to watch, before we get to our predictions for the upcoming Super Bowl, let's take a look at some of the awards that we announced on Twitter just a shade over an hour ago. The three major awards given out in the NBL. As we start out with the owner of the year going to who else but the champions of the AFC North, N-Train, 11-5 Bomber, a top 5 defense. They swept the Baltimore Ravens, which is also impressive considering how dominant the Ravens were last year. And I remember sitting there with Train at the beginning of this season. He's going, I'm going to make the playoffs. Not only did he make the playoffs, but he won up that and won the division and deservingly gets owner of the year.
Yeah, congratulations to him. I think we were all surprised when we saw the AFC North Cleveland Browns have the picture on MaddenBomberLeague.com. That means he's a division winner. Shout out to Train. That was a much-deserved award, and I guess we'll move on now to, Most Improved next, right?
Yep, the Most Improved owner. This one was pretty easy. How about Gov taking those pretty tough Dolphins out of box? 2-14 in the first season here in Madden 20. Turns them all the way around. Goes 9-7 in the AFC East, which was arguably the hardest division to win games in. All teams won 9 or more games in that one, and the Miami Dolphins. Bombers, this Dolphins team set up for success in the future? All right, so hold your horses. Got it.
Oh, man, I don't know. I like the Buffalo Bills. I mean, you have talked highly about the Buffalo Bills. You talk about they've won 9 wins as well. Gov has potential to win double-digit wins in the NBL, but is his team something that we're looking forward to seeing as improving over the next couple years? I think we're going to see much of the same. He's going to be right there around that 7-11 win mark. High 11 is the ceiling there. So I don't know, man. I'm not too really confident in the talent that Miami has, and I think that's why they got Most Improved. They went from 2 wins to 9 wins, but I haven't seen a ton of growth there. Have you? Have you seen a ton of talented players just kind of find their own there in Miami?
Here's what I think. Here's what I'll say about the Dolphins. Next year will be telling. I think the Dolphins got. We said in our season preview show, AFC East very soft schedule, and listen, they won the games they were supposed to. They won some games I think we didn't expect them to win. Next year will be the telling as to whether the Dolphins are a contender or not, because they're not going to get nearly as soft of a schedule. Last but not least, as voted on by the league, the MVP of season 41, Zeke Elliott of the Dallas Cowboys, 7 yards per carry, 1,630 yards, and 20 touchdowns, and a big reason why the Cowboys went 13-3 this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Zeke Elliott had a phenomenal season, dominated on the ground and pound there for the Dallas Cowboys. And really, if you look at how well Dak Prescott played, I really attribute his success to the just the powerful performance they had at the halfback position from Zeke Elliott. And you can also look at what Zeke Elliott was able to do in the passing game. He caught 24 catches. That was fourth most on the team, but we're talking just being a check down receiver and a bell cow, 7 yards per attempt per carry at the rushing position for the Dallas Cowboys with Zeke Elliott. That takes a lot of pressure off of Dak Prescott, who had, I'd say, his most effective year. I mean, a 130 QBR from Dak Prescott. And what has really changed? Yeah, they brought in an extra wide receiver. But I think when you look at Dak Prescott, yeah, you really just have to look at Zeke Elliott. And when his production goes up, so does Dak Prescott. Zeke went from 5.2 yards per carry and 11 touchdowns to 7 yards per carry and 20 touchdowns. And if you had him on fantasy, he gave you 282 fantasy points, over 100 more than he had the previous year. So, yeah, this team goes as Zeke goes, and Zeke was going this year. And congratulations to him, NBL Season 41, most valuable player.
Shout out to Ric Flair with 15 months. You know who had him on fantasy? N-Train got him with a second-round pick.
And he's, you know who's not going to be there in the second round next year? Yeah. And if you guys are new to NBL, we do a full 32 owners select. So to get somebody in the second round, that means there was at least 32 selected above him. Probably somewhere around 40, I believe. I think Train drafted in the top 10 in the second round. So, but still, it's just it's unfathomable to think that he dropped that low, and he won't be dropping that low next season.
Let's talk about the players to watch in today's NBL Season 41 Super Bowl, starting off with Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs, 135.1 passer rating, 5,500 yards, 50 touchdowns, and 21 interceptions. Everyone knows how good Patty Mahomes is. Everyone knows how good this offense is. But, Bomber, this Chiefs defense is coming off a 5-interception rout of the New England Patriots. Tom Brady had been intercepted 7 times in the regular season, and the Chiefs defense got 5 in the AFC Championship game. Can the Kansas City Chiefs put together another performance like that against another high-powered offense in the Carolina Panthers?
This is the question right here. Which offense is going to be able to get off, and which defense can come away with those takeaways, those ball hawk players on the Kansas City side? We talk about Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. On the flip side, the Carolina Panthers have some hard hitters, Luke Kuechly. We can go on and on about the defensive talent, but it's going to come down to the offense. I think great offense always beats great defense, while I think the Carolina Panthers on paper have a better defense than the Kansas City Chiefs. I think both of these teams are playing better than they've ever played up to this point in the season, and the Kansas City Chiefs are the hottest team in the league. I think Mahomes is going to go off tonight. Something serious, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. I said in the chat, I had him 31-21 over the Carolina Panthers. You know why? Because what I saw happen against that New England Patriots team in the conference round leaves me without doubt right now. Kansas City Chiefs are rocking and rolling, and that's who I'm taking tonight. I'm bleeding red with Kansas City.
Side, let's talk about Cam Newton and the season that he has had. 124 passer rating, 3,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. This team much more balanced than the Kansas City Chiefs. Bomb, we talked about the Kansas City Chiefs. They don't really run the ball. Maybe 5 to 8 carries a game if you're lucky. But the Carolina Panthers, they've got Christian McCaffrey back healthy. He missed the entirety of the playoffs up till this point with an injury. He is now back. How much volatility does that add to this Carolina Panthers team when Christian McCaffrey's in the backfield?
Yeah, we talked about Zeke Elliott, the MVP for season 41, being able to help Dak Prescott in the run game, but also a nice little check down option because he can get loose. CMC is he is arguably the best receiving halfback in the NBL right now. He is just
I don't think it's arguable. I think
dynamic.
He is,
yeah. He had 26 catches, 384 yards before he went out. He had 1,200 yards on the ground, 15 touchdowns on the ground, 3 receiving. That's 18 total. You look at CMC and his body of work this season, he's a much needed player on this offense that was averaging 29 points per game, put them third in the NBL. They had the number one rushing attack during the regular season, 140 yards per game. They are happy he's back. This guy's going to be electric tonight. Can they contain him? Can Kansas City stop him on the ground and stop him in the pass attack? We're going to find out here shortly.
All right, before we get to our predictions, a reminder, if you missed it out on Twitter, we are on the Most Feared Weekend, brought to you by Madden Live. Don't miss out on our stream coming up tomorrow night. That is Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll be live until midnight. We're on a little 8-man tournament. It's a little quirky. We got 8-man regs tournament where the teams were picked for the players based on their owner statistics. The top player got the lowest overall team out of a random draw. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to all for $100 in Xbox cards. We're going to have drops. We're going to have giveaways. That's coming up tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Do not miss that one right here, twitch.tv/MBL Network. All right, let's see how our Bleacher Report team sees this Super Bowl going here in season 41. And the Carolina Panthers, the overwhelming favorite. 5 of our Bleacher Report lovely correspondents taking the Carolina Panthers. Motor, Doobs, Bananas, Cringe, and Brad. Cougs, Game Master, and Project Fat taking the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's get your predictions in the chat. I'm going to read those throughout the first quarter. Bomber, you talked about it, but give us reasoning why you like the Kansas City Chiefs today and how you think this game is going to go.
Well, if you watch the conference round, you know this Kansas City Chiefs offense was rocking and rolling, and not to mention how great Patrick Mahomes has been on the run, outside the pocket, just dotting, finding Tyreek Hill all night long. I expect more to happen tonight. And Kansas City's defense, let's not forget about them. They have been ball hawks during this playoff run, and primarily against Tom Brady. I think they put him to sleep. He's going to retire soon. I just got a feeling. 5 interceptions he threw versus Kansas City Chiefs defense, the number 1 pass defense in the NBL. Expect more of the same tonight. I got Kansas City over the 15-1 Carolina Panthers, 31-21. And here's a fun fact. Kansas City Chiefs have beat if they win tonight, they would have beat the 15-1 Panthers, the 15-1 Patriots, and the 14-2 Texans. Tell me a better playoff run than you've seen from 11-5 team to win a championship in the NBL. This might be the greatest thing we've ever witnessed. We might be witnessing greatness in this NBL playoff run here, season 41.
We are a part of it, and we are witnessing it. Tonight, we crown a season 41 champion. Guys, there's only one way to find out who will be champ. Let's send it out to the game. Coming up next, we're crowning the champ in season 41. It is the Carolina Panthers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Who will wear the crown? It's all coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
And we are indeed live. It is NBL Live, broadcast 316 on the NBL Network. Austin 316 says we got ourselves a Super Bowl. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of NBL Live this entire cycle, Elgato. We use all of Elgato's products across the NBL Network platform. Stream decks, key lights, green screens, capture cards. They're all phenomenal. If you need to up your streaming game, if you want to make it look like a professional quality stream, head over to Elgato.com. Big thank you to Elgato for supporting the NBL Network. I'm Nick Mazesco, your NBL Network Director. Joining me as always, it is the Commissioner of the NBL, Bomber. And Bomber, we start out the Carolina Panthers on offense, and we get to see the return of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, CMC's going to add a lot to this offense. Let's see if he can get going early, but it looks like there's a wall there. 91 laying the lumber, but CMC is going to open it up for Super Cam, and hopefully they can put on a show in the air today. I expect this to be a little back and forth to start this game. Maybe some nice deep crossers from both teams to get it rocking and rolling, get some points on the board, and then we're going to see Kansas City's defense clamp down just like they did against Tom Brady.
And we did see this Kansas City front four played phenomenally against the New England Patriots. They were able to get some early penetration, really clog those running lanes for Stevens. A 2nd and 11, handoff McCaffrey left side. Spin move, making Ross Cockrell look silly. He'll pick up a nice gain to the 31-yard line. Give him 6. It's going to be a 3rd and 4.
Bin cycle for CMC. People are asking, what is his speed? What's his excel? Where's he at? He's X Factor right now, 24 years young, 94 speed, 92 speed, 94 excel, with 98 agility. Man, just a tremendous player there for the Carolina Panthers.
3rd and 4 for the Carolina Panthers. 3 wide set for Cam Newton as he drops back to pass. Oh, that pressure picked up so nicely, but he goes for the aggressive catch with DJ Moore. Can't bring it down. Would have been interesting to see, Bomber, maybe what happens if he just possession catches that one, because it didn't look like the safety was closing down fast enough.
Yeah, I think he would have got down and probably not even took a hit there, but instead he goes for the aggressive catch. Doesn't allow you to kind of pick up an opportunity for a pick. As Sammy Watkins returns for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's been out this entire playoff run. We saw a lot of Michael Gallup. How impressive has he been?
Yeah, very impressive. Let's get through some predictions. Miller Thriller saying Panthers 35-28. We got Reese saying Chiefs 30-27. Bananas Panthers 34-20. Spoiled Rotten saying Chiefs 28-24. Going on up. Double Voltage 34-30. Panthers. As you can see, a lot of people saying a close game. Dark Brawler saying 35-28. Chiefs. Insanity saying 31-21. Panthers. Patty Mahomes on 1st and 10. Rolls outside, waiting. He's going to throw right up the little playmaker to Thompson. That's where Thompson is mostly used. He's a check down back. Not really much of a running game from Kansas City, Bomber.
Yeah, you're not going to see him really get many carries tonight. And if you do, that means Kansas City's really extending this lead. But how great is Patrick Mahomes? Nothing in the pocket, doesn't like what he sees, extends the play with his legs, throws on the run. He's just been so phenomenal during this playoff run, making plays like that.
1st and 10, handoff to Thompson right up the middle. Burns with a nice tackle. He has been a great player for the Carolina Panthers. And Bomber, the elephant in the room. Other than, me when I've had a lot of Wendy's.
I knew you were going to say that.
JB, playoff choke artist. If he wins today, is that moniker kicked?
Yeah, it's done. It's done. But if he loses today by a lot, it just means he got a little bit further, but he is who we thought he was. So there's a lot of pressure here coming from JB and this Carolina Panthers team right now. They really want to get that moniker eliminated.
He wants the moniker.
Monaco,
2nd and 7. Mahomes looking deep down the field. That's Sammy Watkins. Welcome back, Sammy. They're inside the red zone already.
As my man Serp likes to say, what does he like to call the Sammys? You know? Trivia here for OSU.
No idea.
Sweet Meat Sammy.
Oh, it's Sammy Sweetmeat.
And that was Sammy Sweetmeat that he gave that nickname to actual Sam Bradford, who played pretty terrible for him.
Yeah, I didn't know he came up with that nickname. I've just been saying it. Mahomes 1st and 10, and this is what Carolina does. That's Jalen Myrick coming around the edge. Bomber, he's a blitz machine. He continues to come off that corner and create havoc for this Carolina Panthers defense.
Yeah, he's 95 speed. He had 8 sacks on the season. He's been getting a lot of sacks in his playoff. You got to block your halfback there. You just have to recognize where he's at and where he might be coming and kind of adjust to it. Right now, 2nd and 18. They're going to try to hold the 3. If you're Carolina, I'm okay with it.
3 wide set for Mahomes, 2 to the right side, 1 over the left side. Thompson on the left hip of Patrick Mahomes as we got movement up front. It looks like Kansas City's going to have to back up 5, so you take a sack on 1st down, and then you give up an undisciplined penalty. A promising drive, now facing a 2nd and 23.
Yeah, let's see if Carolina can capitalize on this at the 30-yard line. Maybe they get aggressive again and try to get a sack. Watch the right side there. That's been that cornerback blitz for them with Myrick.
Ric Flair says, got a big trade in talks with JB. As we've been saying, hashtag stay tuned. 2nd and 23.
Another guy that's just terrible to do deals with.
Brad?
There goes Myrick on a blitz again.
Mahomes, that was pressure up the middle as that looked like it was Dontari Poe. A little revenge against his former team. 3rd and 30 for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, now it's going to be 3rd and forever. If I'm Kansas City at the 36, I can't take a sack here. I have to potentially think of just running the ball up the middle. Look, you got a 3-man front. Just hand the ball off.
Let's see what Mahomes. This looks like that clear out flanker in. Double move on the left side. In route from the right side. That's probably where they're looking. 3-man rush from Carolina. As Mahomes out of the pocket, he's going to scramble. And a really smart play there from Lip. Take your 7, get into a manageable field goal, and get some points.
Yeah, I probably would have just ran it there, but he ended up just getting it done. and get your field goal in and get 3 on the board. You already got a stop against Carolina, so you're up on the possessions here, and now you're up 3-0. I like what Kansas City did. Got to recognize Jalen Myrick, though. They're going to have to start picking that up. You can't flanker your halfback out. It might be good if you're going to pass the ball. Just keep him in. Just keep him in to block that guy. That Spitzer's got 8 sacks on the season, and he's been kind of a pester cornerback blitzing for a lot of teams he's faced here in the playoffs. So got to keep an eye on him.
So Ric Flair just needlessly holding on to Zach Ertz.
It's all right, man. Hey, I got Cohen, dude. Draco's not easy to deal with either. I mean, some of these guys, it's like pulling teeth. They message you. They're interested. Brad is the absolute worst. He acts like you want to know some trades. I'll give you guys some information on some trades that Brad has offered people this cycle. I got to think off the top of my head. Yeah, he offered what he offered unisolated for Montez Sweat was a Tyler Boyd and a third, and he was serious. And this is the guy that gave a first-round pick for Will Greer to the Carolina Panthers. Was he worth it? And he's now the 2nd overall pick is what Carolina's looking at. So
you're telling me Carolina's in the Super Bowl and they already have the 2nd overall pick. Carolina, yeah, I feel like
this is very one and only-esque.
I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like Carolina won that deal. And I think everyone saw it going that way. Banana says some guys try to trade their picks and they can't trade their picks.
What does that mean?
Sounds like a Project Fat move. Gub's in the chat. What's going on, Gub? Good to see you, man. 3rd and 10. Newton looks over the middle of the field, trying to find DJ Moore, but a great defensive play. The linebacker turns around, bats it out of his hands, and so far, Bomber, this Carolina Panthers offense, which has been the staple of this team, 2
cross
3
route
and outs.
Dependent right now. You get him into some kind of down and distance, it's going to be crossers. You're not going to see much vertical. I mean, you got small receivers. It's kind of predictable what they're going to do here. And if Patrick Mahomes can use his legs, extend the plays, and be accurate throwing on the run, this should be an easy day at the offense for Kansas City.
Carolina give you some insight. Their offense, 3rd scoring offense in the league, 6th in yardage, 20th in passing, but the #1 rushing offense overall, 140.7 yards. But we haven't really seen them run the ball at all so far. It's been all Cam Newton through the air. 1st and 10 for Patty Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. An early 3-0 lead here in the season 41 Super Bowl. Flashbulbs popping, everyone excited for this championship game as Tyreek Hill picks up 12.
Now, how great is Tyreek Hill? You're going to see him move into the slot. He's going to play outside. He's basically going to be everywhere. He's complimented by Sammy Watkins and former Dallas Cowboy Michael Gallup. On the season, they've done a great job. Also, Travis Kelce. Kelce, 94 catches, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. So this is a very pass-heavy team. That's dependent on getting rid of the ball quick.
Mahomes, Watkins, oh boy. It just seems like, Lip and Patty Mahomes and the Patty Mahomes-Sammy Watkins connection. There just seems to be a chemistry there that Lip seems happy to have him back in the lineup.
Yeah, Watkins is getting targets. So you get a guy come back off injury. How do you get him going early in the Super Bowl? You target him 2 to 3 times early on, now 4 times, and he continues to make plays for you.
Trey Boston with the tackle as that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter down, 3 to go. It is 3-0. Kansas City on top, and they are driving at the 38-yard line. Fun fact, Gub in the chat, one of the former owners in the NBL, he actually left the NBL after playing golf with Train and I because we were so bad, he was offended to be in the same league with us. So,
what's going on, Gub?
2nd and 7. 3 wide to the right side. Watch out for Kelce in the slot there as Mahomes switches it to a post route. Hill, press coverage on the outside. Mahomes, look at that. That's Travis Kelce. They're inside the red zone. 6-6, 94 yards.
Dottie to the tight end. I mean, this guy had 94 catches on the season for a reason. Tyreek Hill with 83. Those two have been a dynamic duo for the Kansas City Chiefs, but you also got to worry about Gallup and Watkins right now. I'm telling you, this offense is just humming here in Kansas City.
1st and 10, 3 wide over the right side. Hill alone on the left side. Mahomes, quick throw right up the seam. Sammy, sweet meat Watkins to the 5-yard line. And Bomber, here's the question. We talked about this earlier this season. Everyone's talking about how good Patty Mahomes is. Are the Kansas City Chiefs going to be able to re-sign that guy?
They're going to tag him, man. I think they're going to extend him a year on a tag and then just try to work it out financially right now. They're burning money there in KC.
Mahomes on 1st and goal, stepping left, waiting, looking, waiting. Pressure. Down goes Mahomes. Ball comes out. It's K1 Short who recovers it. Oh, you gotta love a big guy rumbling. The stop and go from K1 Short. quite score, but he did his best.
Yeah, you got to wonder what Mahomes is doing there. An opportunity to put more points on the board. You cannot turn the ball over inside the red zone versus this team. They will make you pay, and right there, turnovers in field goal range, in scoring range is a big no-no. That was on the whiteboard for the Kansas City Chiefs going into this game, and that's a tough blow.
All right, give me a
Still
rating.
recover.
1 to 10. That stop and go from K'Wan Short.
That's up there, though. I mean, there was a slight second where I thought, man, I wonder if that would work. And then he started accelerating again, and I thought, yeah, no chance.
Yeah, then you saw that little stamina bar underneath him, and you went, oh, he stopped because he was hoping to get more stamina. He was like, wait, hold on.
And then the cavalcade in my OSU voice of just red helmets coming behind him, I was like, yeah
well.
probably should have just kept running. Still, it was for a split second, I thought, well, maybe.
You got to love the bravado. 3rd and 3 now for the Carolina Panthers. They have not moved the ball effectively at all. Haven't been able to get the run game going. And just a couple short passes. Only 1 first down so far. They're at midfield. Newton. Oh, this is what Cam can do, though. Oh, it's a quarterback power left side. He'll pick up 13, and that is what makes Cam so dangerous, his ability to run the ball.
Yeah, he actually was one of the reasons why they were averaging 140 rushing yards a game. I mean, he had 616 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns on 73 attempts. That's 8.4 yards per carry for Wham Bam. Thank you, Cam. Newton straight up balled in season 41. They're going to need to see some more of that tonight here in the Super Bowl on the NBL Network.
Gub in the chat asking who let JB in the Super Bowl. I guess technically that was me, so my bad on that one. 3-0 the score. 2nd and 9 is... can Carolina, Bomber, do they have a chance to win this game if they can't get the run game going?
Yeah, I still think so because I think Cam can get the run game going. Yeah, McCaffrey's off to a little slow start, but if he hits one, breaks one big, if they can keep the score close, you just really never know. They could have a struggle the first 3 quarters, break one big, and be right back in this game or even take the lead. There he goes again. Yep,
it's taking off right up the middle. Good block. Look at Christian McCaffrey. Run his route, sees Cam Newton, takes off, and he blocks Darren Lee. Newton picking up another first down, and at some point, if you're Kansas City, you're going to have to make your choice. Do you continue to drop back in coverage, or do you lose a little bit of that coverage and put a spy out there?
I think Kansas City's still a little shook from that turnover they had. They had the game in just complete control, an opportunity to go up 2 scores or at least 6, and right now, struggling to stop anybody. C-Mac.
Did Lip have on one of his Super Bowl teams Reggie Ragland?
I don't know if he had him on the Steelers. No,
I want to say he did. I want to say Ragland had a huge year on Lip Steelers.
Ragland's had some great NBL Live games. I'll tell you that. It seems like he's been
wrong.
everywhere.
Everything in just the Giants. 1st and goal. Little single back wing tight handoff. That's Scarlett, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. He filled in for Christian McCaffrey when he was gone, and Scarlett may be auditioning for a possible trade as he finds the edge and hits the end zone. And Carolina puts the first touchdown on the board of this season 41 Super Bowl. 7-3 Panthers off the fumble.
Yeah, Scarlett, 84 attempts this season, 400 yards on the button. 5 touchdowns, average 4.8 yards per carry. Obviously not this Christian McCaffrey type player, but man, if you got a guy like him, star dev, 24 years old, out of Florida, he's a Gator. Trade him to Brad, get a first-round pick. I'm just saying it right now.
Okay, I thought I was right, Z. Yeah, Reggie Ragland was with the Steelers, and I was like sitting there, I saw Lip controlling Reggie Ragland on defense, and I went, I've seen this before. 1st and 10 now. As Carolina's going to take a timeout. All right, this feels like, Bomber, it's deep breath time for the Kansas City Chiefs. An unfortunate turnover from Mahomes putting the pigskin on the ground. You're down 7-3 even though you've been the better team. This is a drive that I think could determine which way this game goes.
Yeah, and I think Carolina's thinking if we can get a quick 3 up, 3 down, and we're basically opportunity to take control of this game, but you got to get pressure to Mahomes.
Oh, my Lord. Okay, so Sammy Watkins with the catch inside the 40. I don't know if you saw that. He was jammed all the way down the field. It was a little trail route. It took him so long to get open because he couldn't get past the defender, but the O-line held up long enough that once Watkins was able to get off that release, once he's in open space, Watkins is a dangerous player.
Yeah, where's the pressure here from the Carolina Panthers? We just haven't seen it.
Pressure showing up the middle. Now dropping back. 3 wide set for Patty Mahomes. Thompson on his left hip. Mahomes dropping back on 1st and 10. Another 4-man rush. And That's the danger with Kansas City. You got to sort of pick your poison. If you bring only 3- and 4-man rushes, Mahomes is going to sit back there all day and deliver strikes. If you bring blitzes, though, you got to make sure the blitzes get home.
You got to have maybe even some type of zone blitz if I'm Carolina. That's what I'll start looking into. We've seen a couple teams have success zone blitzing the Kansas City Chiefs during this playoff run. I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit more. Right now, it just seems they're either going to blitz off the edge or they're just going to send 4 or 3, and that's just not going to get it done versus Patrick Mahomes, who essentially can extend the play with his legs and make just on accuracy accurate throws.
Mahomes, 3-man rush, stepping right. Delivers a dot to Hill. Crossbody while under pressure, and he picks up a Ric Flair in the chat asked,
Under pressure?
does he ever miss throws?
Crossbody under pressure, hit as he throws against the Brett Favre-esque right on the money, honey. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes, shotgun formation. Hands off to Thompson. What a block on the edge, but unfortunately there's not much more there. But Ric Flair asked, does he ever miss throws? Bob, we saw in the AFC Championship game, Mahomes missed a wide-open touchdown to Tyreek Hill, and then he just goes out and makes throws like that. It seems like he thrives in tough situations.
Yeah, he really enjoys making those wow plays where you look and you go, wow, did that just happen? Patrick Mahomes is just thriving in the moment right now.
Mahomes dropping back on 2nd and goal, rolling out right side, waiting.
Wow, that's a dangerous throw. Now, that was, well, I'll tell you what, maybe Patty Mahomes, that was a no-look to no one. That's what we used to call it back in the day. You look at Patrick Mahomes' throw right there, maybe he kind of helped Lip out, because that was, I don't know where he was looking there. That could have been another turnover, and that would have been morale killing right now.
I think he was looking, he had Travis Kelce on a sit route in the middle. He was just sort of chilling. Yeah, rolling away with a crossbody. Probably lucky that one out of bounds. 3rd and goal for Mahomes and the Chiefs. This is a big play because Kansas City does not want to have 2 drives inside the 20. Here. Mahomes stepping, waiting, sitting down. The pressure finally got there. That was Thomas around the edge. And the Kansas City Chiefs, 2 drives inside the 20-bomber, 2 field goals.
And I'm okay with it. It actually should be 9 points right now at the very least. Turnover by Patrick Mahomes inside the red zone. That fumble really hurt this team. But you look at so far, Kansas City's been on how many drives? 3 drives. They have 3 scores. They would have 3 scores. They've been in scoring range 3 times. Those turnovers, I'm telling you, they'll haunt you if they don't come away with the Super Bowl victory. They'll look back at that turnover and go, man, that was it. That was the play.
Carolina used all 3 of their timeouts to make sure they got the ball back. Batson with a nice juke movement. He's got to pick up a face mask. This ball's going to be midfield, 47-yard line. And the Carolina Panthers gifted good field position. And this goes back, Bobby, talk about the turnover. That's another one. Didn't make the tackle on the kickoff and then picks up a 15-yard penalty. If Carolina gets points here, that could be the difference in the game.
Yeah, just the quick 3, because that's all Kansas City's been able to come up with. So if you can come back in 45 seconds, no timeout, get a quick 3 on the board, you go into halftime feeling pretty good about yourself.
Newton out of the Panthers, split close, stepping up, trying to get out of the pocket. There's Derek Nanati. Oh, excuse me, that was Jones with the shed at the right time. And now Carolina.
That's a weird way to spell Nanati.
Yeah, I was like, I saw him step away and I went, wait a second. So they don't have him in at nose tackle, which is interesting.
But you really Chris Berman that name. Oh, that was good.
Corner route. Honey Badger's there and a good attempt there. I don't know if he went for the swat or the pick. I think he got bailed out a little bit. Let me look at this.
Yeah, he went for the pick.
That goes for the pick. He's probably lucky DJ Moore doesn't straight up moss him.
Yeah, I mean, right there, he got underneath the receiver, had a beat on the ball, and then realized, man, I'm only 5'9" here. This ball's got a little bit more velocity and a little bit more height on it than I thought. Right there, kind of fortunate situation there for the Chiefs, but they're in 3rd and 12 here. They got 3 timeouts. Let's see, maybe they call timeout here. Well, 14 seconds left, probably not.
4 wide set, 3 to the right side, 1 to the left side. 13 seconds and counting. Here comes Fuller on the blitz. He's looking down the middle of the field. Wait for the pick and miss. Wow. And Curtis Samuel is into the end zone. What a mistake from Lip. You got to play the body or go for the swat. He got bailed out on 2nd down, but on 3rd down, Curtis Samuel says, I'm going to take this to the house.
And Lip came off the edge there with the cornerback blitz. He almost got home to Cam Newton, but Cam steps up. He's cool, calm, and collective in the pocket. Throws the dizzy to Curtis Samuel, a.k.a. he's worth the 10th overall pick, according to an isolated last season. Who remembers that trade in the chat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Porter. Good trade. 7 seconds left. Oh, Bomber. That's a killer because he had the safety over the middle. He was in position. Got too aggressive with the pick. And Curtis Samuel, once he's in space, is unstoppable. First and 10 for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They've got all 3 timeouts. They don't have a lot of time, though. Looks over the middle of the field. Finds Sammy Watkins. Breaks the tackle. 1 second. Can he get the timeout off? He cannot. That broken tackle animation killed him. More mistakes from the Kansas City Chiefs. It is halftime in the season 41 Super Bowl. It is the Panthers with 2 huge drives late. They have the 14-6 lead.
And how important was that touchdown from Curtis Samuel to end the half? If you really think about it, they're giving the ball to Kansas City to start the second half. That was a huge play. Takes it from 7-6 to 14-6. Extends it to a full 1-possession game and a 2-point conversion. If I'm a Carolina Panther fan right now, I'm pretty excited. I'm thinking, man, we got some momentum right now. Our defense just needs to make a play.
Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. It's NBL Live broadcast 316 here on the NBL Network. Nick Mazesco and Bomber along with you. And guys, make sure you hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. We got our NBL Rookie Draft coming up on Tuesday night. We got some more surprises about that broadcast coming up, so make sure you follow us on Twitter, at Bomber League, at NBL Network, because we got some great announcements coming up for the month of November. First and 10, Mahomes looking over the top, trying to get it back with 1 play. Tyreek Hill says, I got you, Patty. He makes a big play. The first time we've really been able to see Tyreek Hill today, and he comes up with a huge catch.
Yeah, and that's against cover 2, man, with 2 high. You got safety over the top down a sideline with a strong cornerback trailing right there. That everything about that isn't supposed to go to Tyreek Hill, but Patrick Mahomes is just that talented.
It's Jalen Myrick.
You got to recognize that at this time. He's off on the edge over there. You know he's an opportunity to come in. What did I say you got to do with the halfback there?
Block it.
Block the halfback. We're not seeing it. And if you're going to trail him out, at least swing it to him. He's open right here. Look at him. He's just kind of swinging naked over there on the right side. But Mahomes has got his eyes downfield. And look at him. And look at him lining up again on the left side, right to the left of the
family show. Don't be talking about people swinging naked. 2nd and 19. 3 wide set for Mahomes in the shotgun. Thompson on his right hip. 3-man rush from the Carolina Panthers. And he throws a pick right to Jalen Myrick. And there goes the 95 speed. JB can taste that playoff choke moniker. It's going away as Myrick's into the end zone. The Chiefs are down by 2 scores after a boneheaded throw from Lip and Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, that's just one of them throws where I see Lip's eyes looking downfield. Nothing's there. The motion, the drag comes across, and then he just locks into the drag, and he can't come off of it. He makes a terrible read, forces the throw. Mahomes, that's his first pick 6 of the playoffs, and it's costly as they go down now from 14-6 to 21-6. Carolina, man, they just got to figure it out. They've already figured it out on defense. They just have to continue pressure on Patrick Mahomes. You can't let up right now because you don't want to give up a quick score.
And if there's one benefit to having the offense that Kansas City does, Bomber, it is actually built to come back because they're not dependent on the run. So when they get down, they still find a way to pass the ball. But, man, that was a bad mistake from Patrick Mahomes. 1st and 10, I formation. Thompson at the top of that I. A little RPO action, trying to run a little stretch. Maybe Lip should practice running a little more because that run stick was bad. He's still going to pick up a first down. Ball's out. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It was an ugly run stick, a nice run, an ugly fumble. It was sort of all over the place.
That was probably one of the weirdest plays I've witnessed. Yeah, he does an RPO and he almost hands it off and doesn't realize it got handed off. He runs backwards 3 yards, which it just kills the pursuit for the user JB. JB takes off up the sideline chasing him, and then he clicks back on in front of him and strips him. This has just been a wild ride there, and a nice little pickup about 11. Easy peasy, I guess.
Play action pass for Mahomes. Oh, that crosser. Tyreek, juke move. Oh, it's a miss, and he's in open space. 15, 10, 5. That's what the Chiefs needed to get back in this game. Tyreek Hill with a little shimmy shake, and he put 6 on the board.
There it goes, just a quick score right now. I'm telling Lip and the DMs, hey, just get 6 on this drive, and you're right back in it. And right now, just a 1-score game. No need to panic right now if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. You want to know why, OSU? Because 90 seconds have came off this third quarter. That's it. We still have a lot of football left. Kansas City's that explosive. They can put points on the board in a hurry. So let that pick 6 just kind of go in the back of your mind. You score now. Now let's get a defensive stop. Keep everything in front of you.
As now it's going to be Carolina getting the ball. And Bombers, a rough start for the Panthers. Only 1 first down in their first 2 drives. But that fumble from Mahomes seemed to wake up the offense. They put together a nice drive, got down the field and scored. And then they got a nice little ag catch from Curtis Samuel. But it doesn't feel like their offense is really humming because they haven't gotten Christian McCaffrey going.
No, they haven't at all. And it seems like he's going to break one sooner than later.
Run, right side. Nice hole. First down and more. He'll pick up 12 to the 39-yard line.
21-13, 8-point game. Kansas City. A turnover from Patrick Mahomes inside the red zone. A pick 6 thrown by Patrick Mahomes. That's 10 to 14 points that they've just completely given up. If they played just a little bit more conservative in their approach, just a little smarter, I mean, they could have the lead right now.
First down at 10 for Cam Newton and the Panthers. Handoff. McCaffrey cuts back inside. Good collapse for the Chiefs defense, but still going to give up 4. And guys, we want to remind you, don't miss out. We are on the most feared weekend. Brought to you by Madden Live. Coming up tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Running the 8-man Regs tournament. Bomber is going to be on the call with, I believe, Jamie. And we got ourselves $100.
For the first 30. Jamie's only committing to the first 30 minutes, and he's going to play it by ear after that. But, yeah, Jamie's going to be on there.
Jamie for 30 minutes. Got it.
Yeah.
10 p.m. We're going to have drops. We're going to have giveaways. It's all coming up tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Matthew on the blitz. The Honey Badger gets to Cam. Finally, the Kansas City Chiefs defense able to get to Cam Newton, and a huge 3rd and 14 coming up. What a blitz from Tyrann Mathieu. Just right up the gut. No one picked him up. Blew an assignment, and just like that, it is Cam Newton on his back. 3rd and 14 for Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
Where is that guy going?
I don't know. He just had a place to go. And, well, there he came back with a vengeance. Looking over the middle of the field, that's Wilson out of reach. It's a first down and more for the Panthers. It's a missed tackle. 15, 10, inside the 10 to the 7-yard line, and we're seeing Lip getting exposed from maybe a little bit of nervous defensive stick. Some real mistakes there on angles, and just like that,
did he
Panthers
base
just
line?
out.
Did he man a line? What was that right there? And you took your blitzer way off the line. I would have called timeout there. It was a 3rd and long. I cannot allow my off-the-edge guy to basically run back to where the middle third is. What was that to start the play?
Man-aligned.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think McCaffrey's getting a touch here. Hello.
So one of the biggest plays of the game comes a sack to Cam Newton, forces a 3rd and forever, and the Kansas City Chiefs just completely blow their coverage there defensively on that 3rd and long and give up a first down. So, man, talk about everything just kind of changing and swinging in one play.
Out says the old Lip would never have done that. 2nd and goal. Bubble screen. Good blocking out there. Can Hitchens make the play? Wilson, good cut. Takes a big hit, though. Oh, what a hit from Frank Clark, the roughly $800 million man. His contract is hosing the Kansas City Chiefs.
He might have the worst contract in the entire league.
I don't think might. I think he definitely does.
Well, he's on the best team in the league, so, I mean.
3rd and goal. It's Cam outside, trying to get to the pylon. Not enough speed. And boy, Bomber, that is a mistake against the Carolina Panthers. You notice it was a heavy box.
Panther?
It was heavy.
If you see Heavy Panther, was that the formation?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see Heavy Panther, you have to think. There's 3 runs out of there. There's 2 quarterback runs, right? One's inside and one's outside. It's a power and another one, and then you have the quick base, right? So you have to just kind of set up for that. You know what's coming right there. It seems like, no, Kansas City does not know that being a play inside a Heavy Panther. Got to be a little smarter than that defensively, but they're still in this game. As I said, they can score quickly. All they need is one more stop, and they can get right back in this game.
Hensley, can you put the schedule for the streams tomorrow back up? Got you right here. I'll show that schedule one more time. This is your full slate tomorrow from 8 a.m. all the way to midnight. Drops with every single streamer. You see 2 streamers per time slot. If you want to see a full schedule, we have it on our Twitter at MBL Network. You'll be able to see it there. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Little hitch route to the halfback, Thompson. Not a whole lot there. 14 of 16, 307. Bomber, it has been a clinical Patrick Mahomes game. The problem? A fumble inside the red zone and a pick 6.
Yeah, I'm putting a clock on Kansas City right now. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. I want to see 6 on the board before the end of the third. I want the pressure to go right back on Carolina, and if I score this time, I'm thinking about going for 2. I usually don't do that, like to keep it alive, but I think that going for 2 and picking it up might put just a little bit more pressure on JB, and that's what I want to give him right now. I want to see if this pressure can bust pipes here against Carolina.
2nd and 8. Mahomes, shotgun formation, 4-man rush from the Panthers. He's looking to slant route. That's Tyreek Hill. Tight coverage, but a great throw from Mahomes. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Kansas City looking to put together a drive to cut into this lead.
Yeah, it's all about pace right now for Kansas City. Mahomes got to get his guys back to the huddle, back to the line of scrimmage. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. As I said, I want to either score or be really close to scoring at the end of this quarter.
Mahomes, shotgun formation, dropping back. Pressure picked up nicely. That's Travis Kelce, but he doesn't hold on to it. Got the user juke, but just dropped the ball. You got to hold on to the football, and you expect more from your top tight end.
Yeah, this guy had 94 catches on the season, so when you look at Travis Kelce and you look at his success, you have to wonder, if that drop's going to come back to haunt him.
Maybe a little ambitious, not going with a possession catch there, going to the tight coverage. It's just like cover 2 man from the Carolina Panthers, and it is indeed, but an instant shed on the left side. Down goes Mahomes as Burns with a sack, and he has been a star for this Panthers defense all season long. 3rd and long upcoming.
Yeah, everybody in the chat saying GG's for the Kansas City Chiefs, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
I feel like this is mid-blitz coming. I could be wrong.
I'd like to see it.
And it goes with a double team, which if it's mid-blitz, the left side's going to come wide open.
Yeah, this is not smart.
Yep, it's mid-blitz. You got to throw it. Mahomes out of the pocket. He's got X. What a throw under pressure. Hill makes the catch, takes a big hit, and picks up a first down.
That might be the most aggressive catch I've seen so far this playoffs. He catches the ball and then takes a forearm to the face. That's the biggest third down conversion.
Wow.
Everybody's saying GG's to the Chiefs. Don't count them out yet. This team can score in a hurry, and they can make plays like that. Watch the sideline, pressing up Tyreek Hill on the left side.
Only thing you should put in the chat right now is 4s. 4's up, fourth quarter time. We are 1 quarter away from crowning a champ. Mahomes, 4-man rush, looking at the corner route. That's a pick to Joe Hayden. Oh, how was there not pass interference there? Travis Kelce absolutely mauled in the secondary, but of course on that play, no PI, we're going the other way.
Yeah, I don't know, Nick. I'm looking at that play. I see a lot of receivers on top of it. You got a fork concept. I assume that's what's over there. It looks like Kelce. It looks a lot of incidental stuff over there. I don't like stacking. Look, his own man's sitting there, so he gets a are we going to call the DPI on his own player as Gallup runs right into Travis Kelce and doesn't allow him to animate for that reception.
There's McCaffrey right side. This is where the Panthers can really lock it down. He picks up 8, 2nd and 2.
All right, maybe GG's now. If they can control the clock here and run the ball, JB's going to find himself NBL Season 41 Super Bowl champion of the world.
Listen, here's all I'm saying. You can sit there and say it's incidental contact. It shouldn't be as a nice throw over the middle. That's Kane with the catch. But I get pass interference called when I look at a receiver wrong. But that play where Luke Kuechly is literally holding on to Travis Kelce, that one we let go.
Hey, missed a call. And that ain't, hey, that... If I'm Kansas City, I can't hold my hat on that. I've turned the ball over, thrown a pick 6. I turned the ball over in the red zone. It's almost like the Detroit fans in real life. We're crying about things. It's like we could get into the end zone, man, and make this a lot easier for ourselves.
Yeah, everyone was crying after that, what was it, the Packers game, but you settled for 5 field goals.
Yeah, 5 field goals. And what has Kansas City done today? They've scored 3 times. Carolina scored 4.
3 times.
And they've got 28. You got 13. Exactly. So there's just a lot of things you can look at. Was that an unfortunate play? Yeah, but you run in fork concepts. You got guys all over top of each other, and both guys are you got the post breaking right, and then you got the corner route breaking, and they're breaking essentially into each other. And there wasn't good spacing over there. The ball was on the right side of the field. It's just probably a throw Patrick Mahomes wish he could have back, but right now finds himself down 28-13.
3rd and 11 for the Chiefs. Newton dropping back. Pressure picked up nicely. He's got some room. He's going to hit that crossing route. And at some point, the Chiefs got to get home. They got to find a way to get pressure as now the Carolina Panthers, they're in field goal range. And a kick here, Bauer, absolutely puts this game out of reach.
Yeah, I agree with you here, Nick. This is going to be a tough climb for Kansas City. If I'm Cam Newton and I'm this offense, I'm handing the ball off. Yep. I'm going inside. I'm tossing it outside. I'm running some clock here, and then I'm going to kick this field goal, and I'm going to go up 31-13, and I'm going to tell the event staff to get that confetti ready. Eddie.
It wasn't ready. Second and 13.
I
formation.
didn't see that. A little double entendre there, huh?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that could have been your opportunity. Just a late click on. Ooh, that was a bold throw from Cam Newton, but Curtis Samuel has been huge all day. He has a touchdown, and right there picks up another first down, and they're partying already in the Carolinas.
Yeah, I think if he clicks on a little bit earlier, Nick, and he shoots underneath and plays the ball, right there, it just looked the computer was headed right for the receiver.
Going for the strip, trying to pry that ball free. Under 3 minutes to go. Iceman saying Andy Reid can't even win a Super Bowl in Madden. Bomber, I don't want to say is it close, but is the Kansas City window a little more shut with how much of they're going to have to deal with Patrick Mahomes and his contract? I mean, we already saw Christian McCaffrey on an angle route, and he is going to get in the end zone. It's all Carolina. The problem here, Bomber, is that Patrick Mahomes' contract is going to take up so much cap if they do re-sign him. And you think they're only great if they do re-sign him. And we already saw last year, they let a lot of players go to be able to set up for this re-signing.
I think Frank Clark is what really
They've got he's 5 more years.
Yeah, and that is almost a quarterback salary on that side of the field. And you look at the 84 overall Frank Clark, he had 13 sacks this year. I can name 13 people that are better, that had 13 sacks that are worse than him, but he's getting paid, that are better than him, that are getting paid far significantly less. $28 million this year. Yeah.
And with 4 years left, it's a $35 million cap penalty this year. He's making $28.3 this season.
So he'll be able to cut him not next year, not this season, not this upcoming season, but the next one.
He's only an 84 overall. That was a contract that really hurt the Kansas City Chiefs as Tyreek Hill is going to get to the midfield.
Yeah, a player they thought they had to have, and right now it's kind of hurting them.
Two-minute warning here in the Season 41 Super Bowl. On the flip side, Bomber, choke artist JB is out the window. A 15-1 regular season, a drive through the playoffs, and now a really dominant defensive win. And what we've really seen is a flipping of the script as looking over the top. That's Tyreek Hill.
Who in the league can make that throw? Like, who else can make that?
Dak can't.
That's just insanity right there.
Dak can't. But what I was saying is, it seems like a flipping of the script. In the AFC Championship game, we saw the Kansas City defense play out of their minds. And in this game, it really was the Carolina defense getting after the quarterback, getting key turnovers, that really put Carolina's offense, didn't really have to do a whole lot to win this game.
No, not at all. I mean, they did have a pick six that I think kind of changed the momentum. But right now, I think Kansas City, if you look at this team, Nick, we haven't really talked about it, but here's something to talk about. As that's his first inaccurate pass.
That one he can't throw!
Dak can do that, right?
Hey, he's got that locked down.
Here's my issue with Kansas City that we haven't talked about, the lack of an identity in the run game. Obviously, 0 run game today. I think that kind of hurts them. I think it kind of takes them away from having that, all right, let's slow down a little bit. All right, it's 2nd and 5. Let's just hand the ball off and move the chains. It's always passing. And as many wild plays as Patrick Mahomes has had,
what is Rusta Busta doing?
Came up short.
Rusta Busta wants it. He goes, I said 35-24. Scroll up. Okay. Full 5 points off. Am I supposed to be impressed by that? Cool. Congrats.
Rusta Busta gets it's only
what a
good
weird
in horseshoes
brag.
And hand grenades, huh?
Yeah, what a weird brag. Just to let you know.
Hey, that's not the first. That's not the. Shout out to Rusta right there, a longtime NBL subscriber, and in the grid right now, grinding his way up. He's not the first person to do that. I think Double A did that, or should I say,
Double V.
Double V. Didn't he do that once and say it was close and was like, yeah? But
hey, we just look back and we're like, not really. 5 points is cool. It's not that cool.
I said 31-21. I'm pretty close.
You're about as close as old
Just
Rusta.
one off from him. Yeah.
All right, Kansas City, they've got, it's not a lot of life, but listen, if there's a team that I think could pull off a miracle, It's Kansas City. I mean, if you told me, Bomber, at the beginning of this game that Patrick Mahomes would throw 3 incompletions and over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, I'd sit there and I'd go, the Chiefs won this game, right?
Yeah. I said he was going to throw 400 yards. I felt it. I feel like he's humming on offense, but he's got the bazooka activated right now.
80-yard pass incoming.
Now they just got to find a way to get the ball back. Because that's definitely happening, right?
Oh, yeah. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs, down by 16.
Watch that corner on the left side. Yep, there he comes.
Mahomes rolling, waiting, chucking, looking for Travis Kelce, and there's the pick, and that is going to be knees, and GG's in the chat. Joe Hayden, 2 picks.
Shout out to Joe Hayden. 2 interceptions in the Super Bowl. We got to talk Super Bowl MVP there. He had a pick 6, right?
Nope.
No,
that was Jalen Myrick.
Yeah.
And Myrick's got to be your MVP. 2 sacks on the day and a pick 6, and really the pick 6 was the backbreaker.
81 overall. Joe Hayden signed a 1-year deal with the Carolina Panthers, got paid $6.15 million, had 0 guaranteed coming into this year. He fought for every dime that he had, comes away in the Super Bowl with 2 interceptions. Wow.
And Bomber, here's the great part.
What's that?
It's a first-time Super Bowl winner. JB's going to get his first Super Bowl title here in the NBL, a new trophy, a new picture, and that's really cool. That shows the parity in the NBL is that there's still owners out there that haven't gotten Super Bowls that can still get them. JB he's got to be over the moon. Especially
yeah,
after choking
absolutely,
so
man.
much.
I mean, this is a guy that was deemed the choke artist of the NBL, and he shows Cringe how to get it done in this Madden. Won the division, dominated 15-1, came in against the Kansas City team, played tough.
Beat the Falcons, by the way.
Second half.
Beat the Falcons 3 times this year. How hard is that to do?
Well, he made it look easy.
Zeros are on the clock. Your season 41 Super Bowl is JB going to let us see the trophy presentation? No, he's not. He's going straight to stats.
He's so nervous, dude. He's standing up right now. He doesn't know what's going on.
See,
that was Lip who didn't let us see that.
Oh, it was Lip. Yeah, Lip don't care. How about that? Your season 41 NBL Super Bowl champion. It is the Carolina Panthers with a dominant win. Bomber, what a performance by JB, and really, hats off to Lip for getting there. A great offensive performance. It just turns out at the end of the day, it came down to turnovers, and that was the difference in this game.
Absolutely. It really is just turnovers. You got to be smart with the ball. That first fumble with an opportunity, what was it, 7-3? You had an opportunity to extend the lead. Or it was 3-0. You had an opportunity to go up 10-0 or 6-0, and you turn the ball over, and then a pick 6. That's just the difference in the game right there. Definitely some plays that Patrick Mahomes won back, but man, he put on a tremendous show for us today here in NBL Live Broadcast 316 and Super Bowl 41. Congratulations to the Carolina Panthers.
Spooky bat. As make sure you hang out with us tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have Twitch drops enabled. We're going to have some giveaways in the chat, and we're going to be doing an 8-man Regs tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't miss out on that. It's, again, 10 o'clock tomorrow night right here, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Bomber on the call with Jamie for about 20 seconds. Bomber season 41. It's in the books. And we crowned a new champion, first-time champion in JB. We saw a couple dominant teams. We saw some key injuries at the end of the year really shape this playoffs. And now we head into season 42. And what scares me, Bomber, is JB won a Super Bowl, and he has the number 2 overall pick. Thanks a lot, Brad.
Yeah, somehow he was able to trade his backup quarterback who never saw the field, and he sent him over to the Cincinnati Bengals for their first-round pick, which ends up being a 3-13 first-round pick, which we're thinking, we'll know for sure, that is going to be the number 2 pick in the draft because it's a logjam there at 3-13. You got Jamie's Bucks 1-15. They got the first pick, and then 3-13 all the way till the 6th pick. But right now it's looking like the Carolina Panthers are going to have the 2nd pick in the NBL Season 42 rookie draft, which we'll have this Tuesday. Starting at what time, 8 p.m.?
7 o'clock Eastern time.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
little earlier. We got some announcements for that coming up. Make sure you follow us on social media at NBL Network, at Bomber League. We'll announce those when we can. We got Madden Live tomorrow, the most feared weekend, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And make sure you hit that follow button because we have a ton of broadcasts coming up with our rookie draft with next season's NBL Live. So you're not going to want to miss out on any of it. Big shout out to everybody who hung out with us Friday night. It's usually tough to get people in here, but we appreciate all you guys who hung out with us. Season 41 is in the books. A big congratulations to JB. We're going to get out of here. But for my co-host Bomber, I am Nick Mazesco. Congratulations. The Carolina Panthers are your season 41 NBL Super Bowl champions. We're going to go raid Mudhead TV. They got Friday Night Football right now. So just make sure that you show your NBLs in the chat. Let them know NBL sent you over. And we will see you tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the NBL Network.